In the late 60s and 70s, I took quite a lot of drugs, mostly LSD and hashish, although I tried a few other things like speed and cocaine. Generally, the mindset of us would-be hippies of the time was that you didn't want to take anything to which you could become addicted. When I started a family, alcohol became my drug of choice. I had a business to run and children to raise, so I felt I couldn't tune in and drop out as was previously prescribed for my generation. Now I am retired and my children have grown up. I feel I can afford the occasional foray into drug experiences, so I bought a gram of ketamine. Although I realized taking it alone was not what I would recommend to others, this is what I did. I measured 320 milligrams and swallowed it orally with water. I had eaten 2 hours before. The first effects were apparent after 20 minutes. This was some blurring of vision and slightly alienated feeling in my hands. At 30 minutes I still thought I could dance to the music I had prepared. At 45 minutes I had to sit down, and by the hour I was well on my way. The visual part left the ordinary and became extraordinary in waves. Eventually I was hallucinating on objects around me and was unable to move from my spot on the settee. My reality began to change rapidly and I lost track of what was normal. I saw a spinning ball with myriad points of different realities. I knew I would be dropped down onto one. I wanted to choose the one from which I had come, but it was out of my control. When I tried to stand on a platform and get a grip on what was happening, I could see that this too was an illusion, and so I let go. I wondered if I had overdosed and that I might die, but I decided not to care, and reasoned that I had put some research into the dosage, so I should be okay. Many of the visual hallucinations were cartoon-like. Some were rather like the attempts TV producers make to emulate psychedelic effects, for example images doubling into each other. The music produced patterns. Some were organic, like blue, gray primeval mud geyser. A blood red pattern seemed to figure several times. Eventually, my reality was returned to me in waves. Moving my head caused me to feel queasy. It was about 3.5 hours before I felt able to stand, and 5 hours before it had let me go enough to walk outside. I am pleased to have had the experience, but I'm not in a rush to repeat it. In fact, I flushed the remainder of the gram the next day. It was a little holiday, but I don't need to go there again.